This week is the United Nations General Assembly, which is happening in New York. It's the annual gathering that honestly could just be a Zoom. But all the big names have shown up. President Biden gave a speech, Brazil's Bolsonaro gave a speech, and BTS gave a speech and filmed a music video from inside UN headquarters. Completely real. Yeah. Old people were probably watching this like, what the hell is a BTS? And young people were watching it like, what the hell is the UN? But it makes sense for BTS to show up at the UN. I mean, out of all the countries there, they probably have the most powerful army. And obviously, there's a lot of global issues on the agenda. You know, climate change, Afghanistan, finding out who the father of Lil Nas X's baby is. The rap community needs to know. It's devastating them. But there's also a brand new international dispute that's causing a lot of drama.
France is furious with the U.S. because of a surprise snub on a $65 billion diesel submarine contract. Originally, France and Australia had shaken hands on the deal, but just last week, Australia changed course and went with the U.S. and U.K. on a new contract for nuclear subs. France was so offended by the faux pas, Macron pulled the French ambassadors to the U.S. and Australia.
France's foreign minister is calling the administration's decision unacceptable behavior between allies and partners and a stab in the back of France, which had been trying to sell Australia its less powerful subs. An angry France also canceled a gala in D.C. tonight, celebrating the anniversary of a naval battle that France helped the colonies win in the Revolutionary War.
Okay, look, guys. I mean, canceling a party, that's no big deal. But you gotta be pretty angry to cancel a gala, because that's a party with like fancy napkins. But yeah, basically, Australia had promised to buy some submarines from France, right? But then they decided to ditch France and announce that they were instead gonna buy their submarines from the UK and America. And this whole story shocked me because when I first heard about it, I was like, I didn't even know France and Australia knew each other. Huh. But now it turns out that France is really embarrassed and they're pissed off. So pissed off that they recalled their ambassador to the US, which doesn't sound that crazy until you realize that in 250 years, they've never done that before. Yeah, France was so mad that they've even recalled Timothée Chalamet's name. From now on, we have to call him Timmy Brown. It's just not as sexy. It really isn't. Hey, might as well call me by your name. That's the movie. See what I did there? And you know, guys, France is making such a big deal about this deal that I'm starting to think that they needed this contract to pay the rent or something. And while France is upset with the UK and Australia, you can tell that they're especially mad at Joseph Robinette Biden because they came at him with the ultimate insult.
So the language out of Paris right now is the harshest yet over the new security deal Australia struck with the US and Britain. Well, on Saturday, the foreign minister didn't hide his contempt.
I'm really angry. What worries me is the behavior of the Americans. This unilateral, brutal, unpredictable decision looks a lot like what Mr. Trump used to do.
Oh boy, no, tell me you didn't. You did not just throw out the T word at Joe Biden. Because you know what's going to happen next, right? Joe Biden's about to hit you with the clapback. Get him, Joe! Well, he fell asleep, but when he wakes up, oh boy, you better look out.